Welcome to the video lecture on financial management. In this video, we are going to see about risk management strategies. The topics which will be covered in this video are risk and risk management strategy, principles of strategic risk management, credit and counterparty risk, management of credit risk rating and risk pricing, portfolio management. Risk and risk management. Risk arises due to unknown outcomes which have financial consequences. Business decisions result in unpredictable outcomes, and the outcomes, when not favorable to the organization, results in financial loss, leading to a situation of risky decision making. So, in an organization, a risk cannot be avoided, but it can be reduced or minimized. For this, a proper risk management is required. So, a risk management refers to the practice of identifying potential risk in advance, then analyzing them and taking precautionary steps to reduce the risk. Risk management strategy. The managerial function which is concerned with identification of sources of risk to which the company is exposed, estimation of the probability of the number and size of potential losses, consideration of different techniques and methods to cope up with these risks, periodical evaluation of the results achieved through such techniques and methods. Principles of strategic risk management. The first principle is unavoidability of risk. That is, the risk can be possibly measured and minimized to some extent. It cannot be completely avoided. Inseparability in decision making. The risk management is an inseparable part of any decision making process. Measure, mitigate and manage. Since the risk is unavoidable, the measurable part of the risk should be assessed or measured in quantum of money that might be involved, and if possible, it should be either mitigated or minimized by spreading. Rest of the risk is assumed and or managed. Credit and counterparty risk. Credit risk or default risk involves inability or unwillingness of a customer or counterparty to meet commitments in relation to lending or trading or hedging or settlement and other financial transactions. The credit risk is generally made up of transaction risk or default risk and portfolio risk, whereas the counterparty risk arises from non-performance of the trading partners. The non-performance may arise from counterparties' refusal or inability to perform due to adverse price movements or from external constraints that were not anticipated by the principal. Management of credit risk. So in previous slide we saw about credit risk. That is the inability or unwillingness of a customer or a counterparty to meet the commitments of a financial transaction. So the management of credit risk should receive the top management's attention, and the process should encompass measurement of risk through credit rating or credit scoring, then quantifying the risk through estimating expected loan losses. That is the amount of loan losses that company would experience over a chosen time horizon. That is through tracking portfolio behavior over 5 or more years. And unexpected loan losses. That is the amount by which actual losses exceed the expected loss. This is done through standard deviation of losses or the difference between expected loan losses and some selected target credit loss quantum. and then risk pricing on a scientific basis, and controlling the risk through effective loan review mechanism and portfolio management. Risk rating and risk pricing. Risk rating. Companies should have a comprehensive risk scoring or a rating system that serves as a single point indicator of diverse risk factors of a counterparty and for taking credit decisions in a consistent manner. The risk rating system should be drawn up in a structured manner, incorporating financial analysis, projections and sensitivity, industrial and management risk. Risk pricing. Risk return pricing is a fundamental tenet of risk management. In a risk return setting, borrowers with weak financial position and hence placed in high credit risk category should be priced high. Thus, companies should evolve scientific systems to price the credit risk, which should have a bearing on the expected probability of default. The pricing of loans normally should be linked to risk rating or credit quality. Portfolio management. The organizations could consider the following measures to maintain the portfolio quality. Stipulating quantitative ceiling on aggregate exposure in specified rating categories. Then evaluating the rating-wise distribution of borrowers in various industry, business segments, etc. And then exposure to one industry or sector should be evaluated on basis of overall rating distribution of borrowers in that sector or group. In this context, companies should weigh the pros and cons of specialization and concentration by industry group. And then target rating-wise volumes of loans, probable defaults and provisioning requirements as a prudent planning exercise. For any deviations from the expected parameters, an exercise for restructuring of the portfolio should immediately be undertaken. Undertaking rapid portfolio reviews, stress test and scenario analysis when external environment undergoes rapid changes. The stress test would reveal undetected areas of potential credit risk, exposure and linkages between different categories of risk. In adverse circumstances, there may be substantial correlation of various risks, especially credit and market risk. So that's it for this video. Thank you.